to Cyber in 5, a LinkedIn Live series where we use 5 questions to talk with security leaders and practitioners around the globe about their insights on the industry, as well as the impact of cybersecurity on their business. Today, I'm very excited to have Vinay Sharma. He's the Director of Information Technology at Gulftainer with us today. Vinay, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Vinay, I wanted to just start. Could you talk a little bit about your role at Gulftainer, and also what does Gulftainer do as a business?
Stacy, first of all, is really a very hot topic, information cybersecurity. And I'm a group director information technology for Gulftainer operations. And Gulftainer is an international ports and logistics solution provider. So we provide end-to-end supply chain operations and solutions to our customers. We are based in Sharjah, UAE. We are a 50-year-old company, truly a local to global kind of a business we have taken. We started our journey with the first container terminal in UAE, and then we have grown up to KSA, Iraq, and USA, Florida as well. So we provide end-to-end supply chain services, which includes port operations. Then you need to move your cargo, freight forwarding services, your container repair, and last mile delivery. So we are looking from a customer journey from a holistic point of view, taking the cargo and delivering till the last mile.
That's great. And anything that's such part of critical infrastructure supply chain globally, it's important to keep that business operations up and running. And if, even before this, we used to talk to our customers a lot about how critical it is to have cybersecurity really as a business enabler and keeping the organization safe. We saw some of that impact on the negative side this past week, and we're not going to dive into that, but we acknowledge that the linking of security and business operations is very tight. So how do you think about cybersecurity in your business and making sure that you're aligned on a day-to-day operations level?
See, before the cybersecurity, that at Gulftainer, we force a culture of innovations and that like leveraging the technologies. So looking into that like holistically how technology and the cybersecurity can complement or enhance our customer services, looking into a new service channels from that. So our focus is largely is on 3 areas primarily. One, business continuity point of view. So cybersecurity is the key. You have seen 2 days before, it was really a big issue for many companies. And we realize, that the cybersecurity is not a back office or a cost center. It's a part of core business that just need to integrate with the core strategy. And for us, the business continuity is the first, where we are managing ports is a 24/7 operations. And if any delays is impacting a lot of people around, and the trade is obviously is interconnected between the countries and across borders. So, and the second one is the information protection, that how we will ensure the right access given to the right people, how the sensitive information we are protecting, and unauthorized access can be to avoid such breaches on that. And the third one is for, that meeting the compliance. One side, we are digitally delivering various services, but how we can ensure that we meet the governance and the compliance standards, we meet the audit requirements, that so the framework within need to be in these 3 areas, so these are the key focus areas for our day-to-day.
No, I think that's great. And I often like to say cybersecurity is really a subset of your overall resiliency plan. And that kind of fits into the 3 areas you just spoke about. Kind of looking at your personal initiatives around cybersecurity, what are the top 3 that you're really focused on to make sure you can protect your business and keep that continuity going?
It's cybersecurity is very dynamic in nature. If you look into last 3 years, a lot of digital adoption happened, but at the same time, cybersecurity landscape has evolved a lot. It's sometimes very difficult to say these are my top 3 initiatives and keep driving them. We need to keep innovating. But we at Gulftainer, we are very much people-centric organization, and we strongly believe building a cybersecurity culture, that within our employees, because the people who really using these technologies should have that awareness, and we very much focus on all those things, that how we can make them aware on latest trends, latest frauds, how the more sophisticated attacks are there. So that they will be our first layer apart from the technology, because the human factors play a role, whatever we say on technology or the digital transformation. Second part is on leveraging the is the innovative technologies, where a lot of artificial intelligence is coming, and the automation is because we are fighting against the robots, that and human putting 100 people also maybe not going to safeguard. So basically getting a technology which really, that like safeguarding you. And that's something is very, very important. You look into autonomous, where the threat detection can be done through the artificial intelligence. You look into the behaviors. And the third pillar for us is a comprehensive plan for the information protection, how the segregation of various information across the, which is sensitive, which is super sensitive, confidential. And because once you categorize that, then it's easy to at least which asset need higher protection. And these programs having touching even data privacy laws, and even meeting the compliance and overall information within the organization. So these three initiatives are covering holistically our within our approach.
And Vinay, I really like how you've started at the initiatives cycle, because I think even though the landscape's changing, the threat landscape, the technology, where your data lives, it could still fit into those three areas very easily, which makes it adaptable and live on. So that's great. Kind of switching gears a little bit, there's a lot going on in cybersecurity. You already hinted at that. It's hard to say the top three things. How do you really leverage partners and technology providers to ensure that you're driving the best security outcomes for Gulftainer and really using them to help scale out some of those programs you talked about?
Honestly, that like nowadays, a lot of technology tools, especially the cybersecurity in last 2 years. So buying is getting more harder, that maybe the selling those come, but everyone is coming. But when you look into fundamentally your organization, what is the technology landscape, the organization, and that's the strategic partnership is the one area. And looking into the other part is the innovative technologies. So, that like one, you should look into the partners who are really strategic in nature, where they can be for you, they have a roadmap, they can look into your now the present and the future business needs. And same time you need to look into that innovative technologies. A lot of startups are coming and they are really ice breaking, they are path breaking, and they are giving a very different perspective, which we that like we thought of it, it can be maybe the example of now how the email protection earlier, it was very much rule based and all those, but now the AI is playing a role where automatic it sends the behavior, it looks into that who is part of this organization. Similarly, your MDR solutions, managed detection response, which is the critical in nature. And a company like Secureworks, that like that's really innovative. I can say that because the way we analyze the threats, the way we look into the detection mechanism and the mitigation plan, Secureworks is really that like they stand out. And those partnership is helping us to that continuously looking into these new tools, revisiting our security landscape, where that it's a future proof.
No, that's great to hear. And I appreciate the shout out. And I think that's a great way to end with our final question in Cyber in 5. If you could talk a little bit about your managed detection and response program and working with Secureworks, what are some of the outcomes you've driven? And what advice would you give to others that are looking at potential managed detection and response offerings out there on how to evaluate and what are things to look for as to drive the outcomes?
Um, if you look into, that like kind of we call it a SOC solution, that security is the key. So one part is, that 24/7, but 24/7 is not just only for the monitoring. And Secureworks brings that, that 24/7, it do detect mechanism, they do respond as well. And within Gulftainer in last 6 months, that if you look into we have slashed down our log fatigue, that like the false positive is roughly 95% has been cut down through the secure work solution. And other side is our response time, where we got something analyzing the case, looking into the correlation between different systems and saying this is really a true threat. That has come down significantly, 5 times what we were having earlier. So it's really, that the kind of a response, kind of a external threat hunting kind of mechanism the Secureworks is providing, it is really outstanding. And I would say that such partners definitely will help you in this journey, because our core business is not information security. We are a port operator. We need to deliver our service in a securely to our customers. So availability of systems, so IT can more focus on those components. But Secureworks is giving that peace of mind. I would say that. And your other question is, that I would say that to all others, that look into, be proactive first and keep looking, that stay informed what is happening around. And we are not far with something went wrong with someone else. Tomorrow it can be. So, that look into revisit your technology landscape, look into the innovative ways, how we can strengthen this part, because it's a journey. It's not today we have done and tomorrow, that it's going to be. It's every day is a new day here. And that's why proactively looking into what else can be done will definitely. And from a partner selection point of view, strategic partnership is very important. Who can be your partner? Who can give you holistically that support, kind of advisory services and the governance on it.
Well, Vinay, thank you. And what a powerful statement. I will say on behalf of all of Secureworks, it's been a pleasure working with you and your team. And I'm glad that we're able to produce the results together. And like you said, it's a journey. Every day is a new day. And I think it's nice that we've got the collaboration that we need to have. Well, thanks again for sharing your insights today. A lot of great information around how you think about cybersecurity, driving those initiatives, and then best practices for really working with managed detection and response within your overall business.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
And thanks for everyone that joined today.